Braxon, you're not going anywhere near that. Whenever you touch something, you either throw it off the side or you break it.
Come on. Don't be ridiculous. This thing came out and stabbed one of our friends. I'm going to just knock the side off of it.
You're gonna break the lock. You have that luck, or bad luck, really.
That's not a very nice thing to say about someone who's been fighting alongside you for months.
I know you well enough by now to know that you have a tendency to.
Right, Braxon's taking a swing at it because he's fed up with people being rude to him.
That persuasion there. All right. So you describe again to me how you're doing this. Are you
okay? So he's gonna put his dagger onto the keyhole so that nothing else can come out and stab him in the face.
Okay.
But he's gonna leave the pointed thing sticking out there, and he's gonna hit the pointed thing on the side to try and snap it off.
Wait a minute. You can't do that while Yeldan is looking at it, like trying to figure out whether there's poison at the end or not.
I don't think he cares about Yeldan.
No, but Yeldan is sitting there looking at the needle.
Well, so, who went to the lock first?
Braxon would have to work around Yeldan.
Who went to the lock first?
I was there for a while because this is like after the needle stab Yeldan.
Yeah,
and he laughed on the side. He's wanted to go back to the ship.
I think Braxon said that he was gonna break it off first.
Right.
That said, Ockar did come over and try to convince him otherwise.
Yeah.
I was trying to say I was looking at the needle for poison long before that happened, but people kept talking, so I stopped.
Okay. Well, look. When I break the needle off, you can have a look at it. We can take it back to the ship.
I'm preparing an I told you so if you destroy everything.
Okay, so Braxton's gonna. I don't know what sort of hit adjustment I need to make for rocks.
No, you don't need to make a roll to hit. This is
no.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, you snap the needle off, and as far as you can tell, no other damage has been sustained. Mind you, you are by no means an expert on this sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay, so there we go. It's not going to stab him next time, unless there's another needle in there.
Leva asks, since Braxon and Yeldan are now in front of the lock, Leva asks Yeldan whether the needle still has some of that stuff on it. Has anything at the end of it.
I wasn't able to figure out. I didn't figure it out, but here I'll pick up without actually physically touching my actual skin. I'll pick it up with something and then hand it off to Leva to have a look at it.
Gloves?
I'd like to.
Everyone has like little pieces of cloth. That's fine.
Yeah, I'd like to do a herbalism check to see whether I can figure anything out about it.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. By the way, Yeldan, as you picked it up, you could tell that it was hollow.
Oh, it's like an injection thing.
Yep.
Okay, Leva, you can see something on the inside, but you really can't get a good feel for what it is. The smell isn't familiar, and you don't have much to actually do with it, you know.
I show it to the other guys. I said, there's some smell, there's something inside. Can you, maybe you know, Yeldan?
I'm no expert on poisons. I just know they exist. I know a few nightshade is poisonous if you eat it. Nightshade berries.
Well,
so I take that needle and I carry it inside to where Lafdul is, where Higgimus carried Lafdul to.
Okay.
Yeah, but just as you're going away, Braxon says, well, if that thing's hollow, if you can find a safe way to blow it, you could blow the poison out onto a bit of parchment or something.
I'll let Lafdul look at it first.
I don't think putting your lips anywhere near that is a good idea.
Okay, so back to the ship.
Safe way.
Back to the ship. Higgimus has carried Lafdul there.
I'm gonna yell at, not yell at, but yell for, what's her name?
Valoriana.
Valoriana. Hey, Bloriana.
Is she asleep? Have we woken her up? Probably.
Everyone would have been awake at this point. I mean, basically no one sleeps when you're pulling into a location kind of thing.
Hey, Bloriana.
Yes, what's going on?
Lafdul got poked by a needle. I don't know if he's poisoned or not. Could you take a look at him for me?
Well, it is more of a case of I figured I had been poisoned. I was going to check as well. Basically, I have the means of dispelling the poison, but if I become incapacitated, I need someone else to perform it on me, and I have a scroll that will do so. I was wondering if you would tag along with us, as it's a clerical scroll. But before that happens, that's a end scenario. I will go with her and attempt to use herbalism and healing together to try and figure this out.
Okay.
Where do I meet them?
Just back on the ship, but this is going to be after this is done. All right, so you're Lafdul, you're going to try to identify what it is.
Yeah, with Bloriana's help, because we both deal with this.
Yeah, well, it's there really isn't an assist mechanic.
Yeah, fair enough.
So go ahead and roll healing with +2. You have both healing and herbalism, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My healing is 17 minus 2, 15, so it'll be a 17.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can see that there is some slight swelling and redness around the mark, or the needle puncture mark. So you're pretty sure that there is some poison. You haven't... Yeah, it itches a little bit now, but that's about it.
Bloriana, I have the scroll here. That's a protection for poison thing. And if it works like a protection for evil, it should work automatically at the moment, even after you've been infected, right? So, but I think it has to be done by the person holding it.
You gave the scroll to Leva.
Yeah, you did.
To look at.
Otherwise I couldn't have looked. But I bring it inside. I'm
yeah, that's going to be after this. That's going to be after this.
Okay.
I apologize.
That's fine.
I thought I took it back. Sorry.
No, but all right, we can ask Bloriana for her opinion. Maybe she knows a better idea than we do. Would she know about this?
I'm by no means an expert on poisons. I have some ability to slow the effects of them, but not. I don't believe I can dispel it at this time, or neutralize it.
Yeah, I normally have to memorize that spell. That's a native power of yours.
Yes. Would you like me to cast it?
How long does it last? Is it days or is it hours?
Hours.
Hours. Hours a level. Alright, sure, because if I get poisoned... Yeah, alright, we'll do it that way. Cast the slow poison on me.
Okay. She invokes the power of her deity and casts slow poison on you.
Can we attempt to figure out a way of neutralizing it by herbalism and...
Yeah. That's part
yeah,
of
because that's what I want to do while we got the slow poison under effect.
Yeah.
Because we'd have a lot of time to do this.
Yep.
Purging. There's also something I completely forgot about. My code dagger to slow the poison down.
I would not have that work that way.
Really?
No.
That was a pretty good idea, I thought. Oh well.
Alright, so let's see. You are going to... Okay. Keep in mind that normally you need to do this immediately.
Well, I'll tell you my plan of action. If this fails and doesn't work...
But so it took a couple rounds to get back to the ship. Now, I'll point out that in those couple of rounds, you did not make a saving throw. So, You
Yeah,
have at least
alright,
some idea of what the onset time isn't. And because of the slow poison, I'll let it work this time, but keep in mind that normally you need to do this
Cast
immediately.
it straight away.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Go ahead and make a healing check with a +2 bonus.
17 again.
Okay. And go ahead and normally I would save the saving throw for the end of the onset time, but I'm going to have you do it now to determine whether or not you purge it from the system by creating a poultice and applying it.
I also had there my neutralized poison. Because I know that works actively rather than retroactively. No, the scroll works retroactively.
Yeah, but go ahead and give me a saving throw. You'll basically
Yeah,
you'll know
what is it?
either either know
what
that
is it?
it worked,
9.
you know, and you purged, you know, your poultice worked.
I have a target of 9, so that's a fail.
Okay.
I assume if
Okay.
it's above.
So you don't know that you purged it, but you also have not made your. I mean, this is.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a second normal saving throw at the end of the onset time and the slow poison.
Oh, current actions. I am going to ask if she would come with us because we don't know if it works. Because no one else can read the scroll, and I don't think the scroll that Higgimus offered me would work. We just don't know, but I know this one would.
Okay. She looks a little nervous, but then nods in her acquiescence. Now, I will point out that you never tried to figure out exactly what it did.
Yeah, I know. I haven't tried to figure out what it's done.
Okay.
I'd rather not find out what it does.
But keep in mind that also you could also be wasting a resource that
Yeah,
could be better
yeah, and
used
I've taken that into
also.
consideration,
Okay.
and I've told her, you know, telling her, say, unless I faint or, you know,
Okay.
from what you assume is poison,
Fair
then
enough.
don't use it on me.
All right. So you've applied a poultice to your hand. You know that it. I mean, you still feel it itching. So although the pain has subsided a bit. I mean, the itchiness, I should say, not pain, because it's not painful yet. You know that it has not then and there taken care of the poison, but it still may do so.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, I just carry on as if I think I've not cured it, you know. But we're just taking precautions.
Well, I mean,
Higgimus is going to glower at you.
I disagree with you. That's all there is to it, you know.
Yeah, you're just being really stubborn, that's all.
Well, that's your opinion, and I respect that, and I will just carry on now.
Okay. All right. So you return to the thing. Now, I mean, keep in mind, Higgimus, that I mean he's put a poultice on that may have worked.
I still think that this is one of those things where, you know, we're not using something that we have.
I have the means to get rid of it.
Right, but also, you know, he also has non-magical means to get rid of poison.
Mm.
Okay, but this is just Higgimus's opinion about this certain situation.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
forget,
what I
if it
figured.
gets really bad and he gets close to dying, there's still this poultice.
Well, no, that's the other scroll he has.
Yes, that too. But the thing is that
You've got the ointment as well.
if it's really bad, then we still have the ointment.
Ah, yes. Okay. Okay. So you return to the hatch. You see that Higgimus, I mean, not Higgimus, Braxon has broken off the needle
I glare at Braxon and I look to inspect the damage.
It looks okay, actually. It doesn't look like it caused any harm to the lock mechanism.
I will attempt to disarm this, despite the fact. How much of a handicap have I got currently?
None.
Have I got like a bandage or something around my hand, so I can't use my hand properly?
Not so bad. I mean.
All right, yeah. Then I will attempt to open lock on it.
Did Lafdul see anything on the needle?
He didn't look.
Lafdul, I've got this needle here.
Oh.
That Braxon managed to hack off, break off, and it may have some of the substance in it, and I'll pass it on to you.
Could I pass it on to Gloriana temporarily? She's also got the same proficiency as me, so.
She actually does not have herbalism.
She doesn't?
No.
What kind of useless healer is she?
Oh!
Wow!
Oh, she's going back to the ship now. She's going back to the ship now.
Don't talk about our colleagues like that. What's gone wrong with us? First, people are telling me I'm incompetent. Now
I
people
wouldn't have
are
actually said that.
our healer.
I'd
She's
say that out
incompetent.
of car.
Yes,
courage.
I know.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
No, I appreciate the fact that she's potentially saved me from dying here. So you think I'd just say, nah, I don't want you anymore.
There were other proficiencies that she had to take and stuff like that. So
yeah, I'd assumed because she was one of a healing duty. I assumed that would be a staple for her.
Healing and herbalism are pretty expensive, and
yeah, they are.
She doesn't have a high intelligence score to get more.
No, she relies on her magic more than the non-magical means.
Yeah.
Okay. So the locking mechanism on this hatch is surprisingly simple, and you easily pick the lock. And upon hearing the click, immediately the hatch starts shifting, and you hear a very loud stone on stone and metal upon metal sound as the hatch starts to swing open very slowly.
I back out and I tell them, well, there is magical in front of us. Well, I detect magic behind it, but lead on knowing that if you wish.
Braxon gets to the side of the door and gets Age's burden ready in case anything comes running out.
Okay, keep in mind, it's a shaft, not a door. It's a hatch.
Yeah, is it big enough for Higgimus to fit through?
You're going down. Oh, yeah. It's 10 feet by 10 feet.
Higgimus, you want to get out your 10-foot pole?
Well, it hasn't
I
opened
can
yet.
search for traps, see if you want me to.
It's opening very slowly. It takes a couple minutes for it to actually open.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't Ockar still have the thing that splits into a ladder?
Is there a stair?
No one's even looked into it yet.
Yeah.
We look at
Like, literally, no one has said that they're looking into that. Into the
I
shaft.
pull out the continual light stone that Leva so graciously made for me, and I hold it out into the the shaft with my gun pointed at it too.
You could affix that to your gun. And have like a little continual like laser pointer, like a bullseye lantern.
But I throw it away after the first round I use.
You literally throw it away.
The shaft is fairly deep.
Throw it down so I can pull up another gun.
The walls are smooth cut. Very smooth.
Mermaid.
And you would guess it's about 30 feet deep before you see a floor.
Ockar, do you still have this ladder thing? The rod that splits?
I didn't talk to anybody else yet. It's not mine permanently, but I'm just hanging on to it for the party right now.
How does this hatch open? Does it just sort of slide to one side?
No, it levered opened, hinged open.
There's no ladder or stairs?
Nope.
Then I will
sheer drop.
take out the Rod of Lordly Might, press button number 4.
You don't know that it's a Rod of Lordly Might.
We didn't look into it when
Okay,
while
then
we
I'll
were.
take out the rod and press button number 4.
Okay. All right. It extends down. You're just sticking it down until it hits the floor, and
Yeah.
okay.
Do you push the button again when it hits the floor?
Well, it'll either automatically stop
It doesn't
or
automatically stop.
It'll keep going.
well,
But
if
it's
it hits
also
the floor,
very slow.
Then I will press the button again. Then I'll press button number 5 once it. I'll press button number 4 again once it hits the floor.
All right, button number 4 doesn't do anything after that.
It
Well, if
stops
you
it
hit-
then.
Yeah, it
Nope.
doesn't.
It's a
It's
different
carrying
button.
on.
He discovered that last time.
Didn't we
So
discover that 5 retracts it?
5 retracts it. I'm pretty sure hitting 4
Oh
twice.
yeah. I'm sorry. You are right. 4
He's
stops
pressing
it,
4 to stop
and
it. Yeah.
5 is the one that retracts it. Yes. Sorry.
Braxton's looking for a way to prevent the hatch from closing.
So we got a ladder down now.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Hang
You
on.
think the hatch will close on us?
Don't know. Braxton's looking for a way to stop the hatch from closing.
I could attempt to disable the mechanism. Can I do that, Uld?
Give me first of all, Braxton, since he's looking first. Give me a wisdom check.
Oh, well,
You might pass.
might.
Oh,
Oh,
he passed.
Apparently passed.
You actually easily spot where the geared mechanism is that opened the hatch. Whether you can do anything with that is up to you. What do you want to
Can
try?
I? If he points it out.
Braxton, do you want to point it out to Lafdul?
yeah. Look, there's a sort of gear or a cog here that opened the hatch.
Oh, just remove a few.
Yeah.
I hand you guys my sledge.
A gift-sized sledge. I always assume it's gift-sized whenever I repass me something. I've got like hacksaws and stuff. Not hacksaws, chisels and stuff to try something out.
We could just bend it over or break it. Unless we want to close the hatch after we leave.
Wow. Just disarm it. Disarm the mechanism, if possible, without destroying it permanently.
Okay. You look around and through the mechanism, and you believe if you cut a
Jam
couple
it?
of the gears and jam a stone in there, it might prevent it from closing.
I have a spare chisel. I have 3 chisels.
Well, you just need to
Right.
break a gear and jam a stone in there.
Yeah,
Do you wanna do that?
I do that. I
Okay.
will do that.
All right. You do that, and you hope that's enough.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
You didn't even check to see if it actually does
We could, if you would saying that under your breath, and Laughter would hear that, and he would try to say, "Oh, all right, someone try the door."
All right, so I will head down. Once he's got that, I'll head down to the floor.
Okay.
Climb down the ladder.
Does it support Higgimus?
Easily.
Okay, then I'll go after Higgimus.
Higgimus, you have your 10-foot pole?
I do have a 10-foot full. Let's take a look at what it looks like on down here first, before I pull it out, because it's kind of awkward. It's 15 feet, by the way.
Oh, it's a 15-feet pole, right?
All right. So you are here. You have your continual light stone.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna let you guys actually move around in here with your tokens.
Oh,
Amazing.
goody.
Cool.
How long you been working on
Let's
that
see.
for?
Braxton's going to use his lantern.
All right. Hold on a second.
By the way,
Hold on a
you
second.
can.
Hold on a second. So you two are down here. You can see. Let's see. You've got your continual light. Anyone have the area of effect on that?
I think it's the same as torch.
Is it different from mage and cleric?
Should
Because
not
range 120 yards.
That's not range. It's area of effect.
It's area of effect.
60-foot radius.
60 foot. All right. That's what I needed to know. All right. Let's see.
Something to know for moving your tokens around. You can use the arrow keys.
Braxon, is your setup as a a bullseye lantern, or a regular lantern?
Let me have a look.
It's bullseye. You specifically got a bullseye.
Mm.
Alright, so let's see.
So mine's just going to be like an area effect, and yours is going to be like a flashlight.
Mm.
I know when you had it in a lantern, it was reduced down to 30 yards.
I don't think so.
Wasn't it?
I don't think so.
No.
Well, unless I'm mistaken, the bullseye could be more focused into
Well, right, but this
single
is
line.
well,
Yeah, the bullseye is like double distance of a normal lantern
right,
in
but
a single direction.
it's still continual light. Continual light
Right.
has an area of effect, 60-foot radius, i.e., it can only go out to 60 feet. Period.
It doesn't matter how you
Yeah.
reflect it.
The bullseye lantern just means that it's not all around. It's more like a flashlight,
Oh, okay.
which, you know, can be good, can be bad.
Yeah.
So, all right. Ockar and Higgimus are down. The hallways are about 10 feet wide. Ceilings are about 10 feet tall.
Okay.
And you guys should be able to move your tokens. Who else is coming down after?
I'm
Leva.
gonna come. Okay.
Leva is definitely coming down because she's too curious.
All right. So you're going down immediately after Ockar.
Yes.
And then Yeldan will go after Leva.
Lafdul then.
All right. Well,
Hold on.
If there's room.
I'm going to get my 15-foot pole out.
Yep.
And I'm going to tap the squares in front of me up to the distance I can tap them.
so while Lafdul and Braxon are still on the ladder, and you're not letting anyone move from this point, you're tapping the floor. I'm going to assume then in both directions.
Correct.
Okay. It's smooth cut stone. Not the floor is actually made of pieces of stone fitted together. Very tightly. There doesn't appear to be any mortar. Whereas the walls are actually just cut into the rock. So as smooth as it is, there are occasional cracks and holes where maybe there were bubbles or something like that.
Question.
Yep.
Does it smell like burning down here still?
I was gonna ask if Yeldan still smelled that down here.
Is it stronger?
A little bit.
Smells
Okay,
like-
Yeah,
so-
I detected
And it
magic
doesn't
down
smell
here.
like burning. It smells like ash.
Yeah, like it's already burnt.
I
like
think there's
a
a magical
long
fire
time
trap
ago.
down there.
It smells
Either
like
that-
something has burned.
Good guess.
Is there any ashes on the floor?
Either that or we somehow walked into a dragon's lair.
Nope.
Well, thing is,
There is dust on the floor, but as far as you can tell, there doesn't appear to be any footprints that those who are already down can see.
I detected magic. It's not a far fetch.
Yeah, I know, but
Could have been this mechanism or the poison. I will.
does
here-
not look happy. He just want to be turned to ash.
Yeah, well, won't be the first time. And so what I'm going to be tapping for is I'm looking for tripwires that I can catch with notice with the pole or pressure plates. Is basically what I'm looking for. I think that's the only things Higgimus really know to look for.
Okay. As far as you can tell, there's nothing of that sort that you see.
I will move a little bit so that people can move in.
All right, move. And I believe if you hold down shift, you can actually move anywhere. I'm not requiring you to stay within the squares themselves.
So, am I reading that right? That only 2 people can fit in a line in that.
Yeah.
All
Maybe
right.
it's I think it's Alt. Let's see. Yeah, Alt will let you move anywhere.
you can hold spacebar and then move 1 square. And if you pick your character up, hit spacebar, you can see how far you're moving your character to.
That's not likely to be too much of an issue here.
Cool. I'm gonna just use the arrow keys to move around.
Yeah,
That's fine. Okay.
Braxon calls down. Do you want this pole sent down? And
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Do you want Beloriana to come down, or is she going back to the ship?
Yeah, I want her to come down.
All
Oh,
right.
of course I didn't put a token of her on there.
Hey, yeah, she's not gonna. Well,
You can just do like a generic token.
monster token.
I will figure something out. She'll
We'll just say
be
she's
behind
there.
everyone anyway, so I'll get her in. But go ahead and start looking around. Let me know what you guys are doing. You can see that there are two hallways here.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys want to just continue down the one that I started going down?
If
Yeah.
Lafdul go in front with you.
Before Braxton comes down, he's gonna run quickly back to the ship and say he wants a couple of people on watch at the hull, and for them to be careful not to fall down.
That's not a bad idea.
Okay.
I would like to ask something to the party. Could I look? Well, actually, no. Specifically, can I look at the cracks of the wall? Do they feel warmer?
You're gonna actually feel them?
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Can I smell? Does it smell stronger?
No.
Alright. I was just assuming they were a fire trap. You know, that was my guess.
Cracks in the side of the wall? That's more likely to be a spear trap.
I moved you slightly, Braxton, so I could get Beloriana in there.
Okay.
Oh, got an icon for her. I would like to search for traps, but
Yeah, I was gonna ask if Lafdul wanted to move past people to get up for looking for trap.
Toss the crew members that are up on top whistle. I'll toss on mine.
Okay.
Nobody else does.
Well, Braxton could give them his whistle before coming down.
Yeah, do that.
Sounds
Do you
good.
want to have a whistle?
Because it is
And-
30 feet high.
A question. This time I do have the spell. If I cast Spectral Force, will that have weight?
No.
Will the illusion that I
isn't it?
cast
No.
have weight?
No. I see what you're trying to do, though.
It does against people
perceived.
because they perceive it to be so, but it a pressure plate trap would not, nor would a
Tripwire.
tripwire, because they're not thinking creatures that can make an evaluation of that.
So I couldn't make. I couldn't sort of create the Giff and send it then.
No.
Oh, what a pity.
Oh, Ockar just went ahead a bunch.
Careful, Ockar. That's farther than I've tapped out.
I'm just looking up ahead a bit.
You want me to tap it out, or do you just want to run through it real quick? See if there's any traps.
Well, if you want to tap it out first, then go ahead.
You already moved there, but
Lafdul wants to search, but
Okay.
then do so.
I am searching for traps.
Okay. You're searching right around where you are, though.
No, how do you move?
You can
Perhaps
click on your
Lafdul should
token
be-
You
and
click on your token, and you can move around with the arrow keys.
Or just
you
drag.
can drag yourself.
arrow
move
keys
the
is a
arrow keys.
lot.
Real quick. Perhaps Lafdul should be up right next to me instead of Ockar.
Well, I'm at least gonna be right here since I have the really good armor class.
That's fine.
Yeah, I can swap behind you and you can get in front of me. I will quite happily request movement. How do you move diagonally? Out.
You just hit both arrow keys at the same.
Or just drag
Oh.
with your mouse.
No, I prefer the keyboard.
All right.
I'm a keyboard
Braxton,
guy.
Braxton.
I'm searching for traps.
I mean,
Sorry.
I'm not like expecting you to actually like move as you're moving. You can just say, "I want to search here," and so you move your token there and say, "I'm searching along as I go here," kind of thing. This isn't a video game.
He's one of those guys that likes to play with a text parser and playing League adventure games.
Braxton
What?
turns to Beloriana and suggests she gets up to here so that she's out the way if anything comes down the corridor.
She's gonna. I'll move her as necessary.
All right. Well, I just wanted to be protecting us from this corridor without her standing behind me where she get hit if there's an attack.
Do you have a light source of your own?
Yeah, he's got a lantern.
Leva will keep to Higgimus's back.
Okay.
All right,
Because that works so well with the undead in the phlogiston.
Well, they hit on him first.
Yeah, he's what do you call it? A gift shield?
Exactly.
All right, so I'm just going to tap out ahead of myself as we move, Ald, and I'll stop anytime Lafdul says, "Oh, there's something that's extra fishy. I want to check up on."
Well, it takes 10 minutes per 10 feet of corridor to search for traps.
Yep.
So, are you doing that for every 10 feet, Lafdul?
I suppose it'd be important for the poison duration. All right, I am doing it.
Okay. So that is. Let's see,
I ain't gonna be able to get back to Bro anyway.
three,
So.
right where you are.
Oh, Lafdul, how are you feeling?
I will give people a running down as how I feel. I shouldn't be able to feel anything for a few hours anyway because I got slow poison on me.
All right, up to where you are right now. You have not found anything out of the ordinary.
All right, I will move. Why isn't it? There we go. I will move. Is everyone else going to move with me? And I keep moving. I'm going to move intermittently. You tell me to stop.
All right, just... Okay, you believe that there's an unusual stone in the floor up at this corner. Now, you have not looked around the corner yet.
I will look around the corner. I tell people not to advance.
Okay, let's see. That would be...
Is Big Mac going to follow us, or is he just guiding?
He's stopping things coming up the corridor. So he moves around the corner. He's going to take a rock out of his pocket and roll it down this corridor.
Pocket rock.
You have a pocket rock?
Well, he took one with him.
Okay.
Just...
All right, you send it bouncing down the corridor. It bounces down the corridor.
Then it turns out that
Echoes
the
through
dungeon's
the
a mimic.
corridor.
Braxton's now convinced that corridor is completely safe.
I will say that you can see something in that room up ahead. I'm going to assume that you were doing this without the benefit of the continual light. There is an object in the center of it. It looks kind of longish, rounded on the bottom, some pointy, spiky things on top. That's about all you can see right now in that room.
Lafdul, are you able to do anything about this, what I think is a pressure plate?
I will have a look at it.
Okay.
Is there enough room for Higgimus to sidestep around it to the right, or for someone smaller if he cannot do it?
Once you know where it is, yeah, you can step over it to get around the corner.
Yeah.
So
would you like me to be on the other side?
You can just say, outline it in the air and say, "Don't step here, people," or you can.
I have chalk if you want.
Yeah.
I've got charcoal as well, but I'm not gonna chalk it. We know where it is. If people are paying attention, then they're not going to stand on it for their own well-being.
People who
You
are
can
next.
draw on the map if you really need.
Yeah, people can just move.
That one?
It's just in the middle. It's just in the middle. You're pretty sure you would step on it if
Didn't know
if
it
you were
was
just
there.
if you were just casually walking around the corridor, you would step on it.
Okay.
But now that you know it's there,
we're not going to. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's why I find traps as handy. You don't necessarily need to disarm them.
Yeah. I will look at the pressure plate, but I will also look at the walls around the area first to see if something reacts based on that pressure plate, because that's usually how these traps work. And the ceiling.
Now that you suspect that this is a pressure plate, because it's raised up slightly compared to the others, just like not even a millimeter kind of thing. But considering how smooth the rest of this is, it struck you as odd. Now that you know about this, you go up to the wall, the back wall. Let's see if I can actually do this. Yeah. So that wall, and you're pretty sure that some of the holes that you kind of assumed were just like bubbles in the rock and other imperfections are actually drilled in holes. And there might be something inside there, but it's hard to see. You know, because if you move a light source there, you can't actually look in, kind of thing. So,
can I? I was gonna say use Braxton's spyglass to get a good look in, or not.
Well, but so then you don't have the light going in there.
Can I not see with infravision?
It's pretty dark. I mean, there's
what
no
would give
there.
Are you asking for us for a specific set of actions for us to see?
No,
I'm
saying that you're you know you're in one of those situations where to look inside here you need to shine light in there, but by shining light in there you're taking up the space so you can't put your eye there to look in. They're pretty deep. It's just one of those situations. So you're not sure exactly.
Can I just get? Does the continual alert's got the same strike throughout, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's get round the corner away from it. It looks like something shoots out those holes.
All right, could you check in front of us? I'll tap up in front of us.
All right, I will check out in front.
All right, yeah.
Over that way.
Okay, now that you're around the corner and actually looking in the room with light, you can see that what's in the center of this room is actually a model of a galleon.
Oh.
Model.
Ship in a bottle. Could be a portable ship. Alright.
Nice.
You don't see anything right up ahead.
I move one step and I check again. And I tell the party to move up.
Alright.
Okay then, Ockar.
Oh, I'm supposed to be behind Lafdul.
You don't find anything else?
Alright. The party's got plenty of room to maneuver, so I can check that area for... Should we just leave that trap? But if we fight, we can't run back there, because we might accidentally step on it in the heat of combat.
Well, in case you disable it?
I could attempt to run in the walls with something.
If we all go around the corner, you could use the pole to set the trap off.
Yeah.
Right. Well, his point is that if you guys are just like booking it out of here, running, there's a chance you're going to step on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want us to back off and let you work on the trap?
Yeah, I could mark around so that they don't step on this area.
Well, no, we want the trap disabled, so if we end up having to retreat out of here, we don't want to step on it.
I can have a go at trying to disarm it.
Then everybody else back away.
Well, we can't.
No, we need to go past the trap, because otherwise it's going to shoot at us. If we all get round the corner and it goes off.
The holes were on this wall.
All right, so everyone stands.
We
like cram in.
We all need to get round the corner.
Then let's head into the room.
Get us a bit more clear space.
Finish checking the room for traps.
You already checked. It's 10 feet by, you search a 10 feet square. So
10 feet, it's like one move.
You don't search. No, it's 2 because these are 5 foot squares.
So the trap is what, here?
The trap is on the corner, like.
Oh, right here.
Right there.
Here.
It's right there in the middle.
Okay. Before Lafdul goes to disarm that, can we check right here to see if there's any traps?
Already did.
You already did. Okay, I apologize. There's just so much talking.
There.
Right.
I made a little square.
Braxton's going to go into the room and call for Levalithana to come around the corner, please.
Okay, as you step in, Higgimus, you feel something under your foot snap.
Oh no.
And You were checking for traps.
Oh.
Doesn't mean you found the traps.
Fair enough. No, that's a good point.
And upon stepping on that, there is a burst from the center of this galleon model, and
Excellent.
the room starts filling with a greenish gas billowing out.
Everybody get out.
Not
Just
running.
guiding people not to stand on that thing.
I'm gonna need everyone who was there. So Beloriana hadn't moved up, but everyone else was within this area. So I'm gonna need saving throws versus poison.
Lafdul moved before then.
Would I need to roll? Because I was
Yes.
furthest out.
Yes.
If really?
He's
Fair enough.
in poison. Okay.
It quickly
Yeah, right.
fills to expand the area.
I failed.
I passed. Flying colours.
Oh my
I
goodness.
So this game.
I passed.
Do we have
The
to
gas
get under
hasn't
it?
reached his mouth yet.
I rolled a
Still below.
17. I passed.
Okay, so Braxon, Yeldan, and Leva, you take
Oof.
3 points of damage.
All right.
As this these noxious fumes fill your lungs, and you start coughing and choking. Yeah.
Can
So
Braxon
immersive.
wedge the hole that the gas is coming out of?
It's coming out of the center of the ship. Are you guys gonna like move out of this? It's filling the chamber in the nearby hallway.
It's not an infinite amount of gas, so we just wait it out. So we leave.
So it's coming out the galleon
Yes.
or underneath it.
Yes. Beloriana's
Well,
gonna back off a bit, seeing this.
I'll throw
Yeah,
my
I'm
cloak on
backing
top
out.
of it, and then not my cloak, my jacket on top of it,
It's bigger
and then
than
I'll
that.
head out. Oh, it is. Oh
Yeah.
wow, never mind.
It's a good
Okay.
15,
Levi's got-
20 feet long kind of thing. I mean, it's a pretty big model.
Leva is grumbling to herself. Next time she'll have the, what's it called, air sphere. Yes, air sphere spell.
Well, there are several spells most of us can cast.
All right, Braxon and Leva, you're still within the cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You haven't moved your character.
Can I move there without setting it off? Because I know where it is.
Yeah.
Am I still in range?
No, you're fine. Braxon's
Braxon.
still. Braxon, you take 2 more points
I
of damage.
take damage for being too slow
Yes.
controlling roll 20.
Yes.
Okay. I take what?
2 more points
Save.
of damage.
2 more points of damage.
I wish I had a thing.
Since people stepped in the room, can we see the rest of that room?
Yeah, I'll do that in a second. So those of you who took damage, you are other than movement, there's really not much that you can do. You know, you're coughing hard, choking. The rest of you are coughing a little bit, but not so much to impact what you're doing.
Yeah, breathing in is hard. Does anybody have a fan?
Oh.
Is
You
this?
mean one with electricity?
No, obviously not. I was thinking of like
I was gonna say, depending on what's in the rest of this room, might not bother going back there.
like a paper fan thing. That's what I was thinking of. But
Giant tree leaf or something. But no.
I think we want that ship once we can
Oh yeah.
sort out whatever's making the gas come out of it.
If as we're standing here, is that gas continuing to build up?
It's hard to tell.
Can we tell
How long
if
do you
we
want to wait?
wait like a couple minutes?
If you wait a couple minutes, it does not seem to be getting thicker, and it seems to actually thin out a little bit. And it does start drifting out beyond it, but beyond that, it's just, you know, awful smell and kind of thing.
So Higgimus was here.
So we just wait it out. Alright.
I'm marking on the map where Higgimus was standing.
Braxon goes back to where we came in and calls up to the guards to lower down a bucket of water.
You're coughing too much to call to anyone.
Is Leva capable
you're like,
of saying anything?
You are having a hacking coughing fit that you can't really stop. Can't get words out. You can stumble around, move a bit, stuff like that.
Okay.
Your eyes are teary. That kind of thing.
I tried drinking some water out of my water that I have. See if that helps.
Yeah.
I think anything?
It is very difficult to get it down. And in fact, that actually makes it worse because you start coughing as you're trying to drink it, which then causes some of the water to go down your windpipe, and you cough on that.
It's like I stop as soon as that. It's like nope.
Yep.
Ugh. I'm just like.
Can Leva say anything, or is she coughing as well?
You're coughing as well. Anyone who took damage is coughing too hard to do anything other than move.
Lafdul wasn't affected. Higgimus was affected. So Lafdul's going to say, I reckon this was a two-part trap in order to trigger this one off as we desperately fled the room. I reckon that one's it's just a two-part trap. That's what my conclusion is.
Okay.
Pirate speed Trixie. I'm going to pat Braxon on the back and Ockar on the back. Oh, wait, Ockar's fine.
How long do you want to
I'm fine.
wait for this?
We're gonna wait.
Well, definitely until everybody's like done with their coughing fit.
Braxton's going to wait till he can breathe.
How long is?
It's about 5 minutes.
Yeah. How long until people can talk again?
It's about 5 minutes.
Because Leva had an idea. She'd like to talk it over with the group.
He said about 5 minutes.
As soon as Braxton can talk, he asks for the guys upstairs to lower down a bucket of water.
Do we have guys upstairs?
Yeah,
we do.
Leva says if we wait until tomorrow, I've got a spell called Air Sphere, and I can make my own sphere.
Well,
and
that
could actually keep us safe.
Well,
Sounds
we
good.
have another path we have available to us.
We already know where the pressure plate is for that trap, though. So if just not step on there.
Yeah, but maybe there's a second one with gas, and it helps if there's somebody who can actually create an air sphere, and we won't be affected by it.
I think these are two-part traps. That gas trap is just literally to make us run into these. I reckon this one's a deadly one.
Well, if I had to guess, what I've heard, it's arrows or spears shoot at the wall.
Or whatever. Maybe Lafdul, while everybody's still coughing, you could disarm that.
Yeah, if it's not going to impede you. Am I...
You're not talking about the trap that's going to shoot spears at us all.
Oh, yeah. If people
we
move out of the way.
we shouldn't be in front of it.
People move out of the way. Somewhere.
Well, we need to go around the corner. So we need to go around the other corner. Which I don't know whether you've searched that for traps yet.
All right. Well, traps down now.
I threw a stone down there, so it should be okay.
So you're searching that first 10 feet there?
Yeah. I want to search in front of me first, like that. Then I want to search all the way up until there, so people will have enough movement.
Right.
To hide around the corner.
So basically, my assumption is that if you move right here, and you say I'm searching for traps, then it's the 10 feet in front of you, and you're basically slowly moving up that way. And if for some reason you do that and say, well, okay, now you move right there. And say that you're searching again, I'm actually going to assume that you're moving up here and searching the next 10 feet, because you've already searched 5 of that feet.
Yeah, all right.
So, yeah,
I'll do that.
I mean, that's my assumption, is that if you move to a point and say, I'm searching for traps, I'm assuming that you're searching the 10 feet in front of you kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I'm going to try to back him up with the 10-foot pole or 15-foot pole.
All right, so you didn't find anything in the first 10 feet. You don't find anything in the next 10 feet.
So people have got enough room to hide around this corner now.
Yes.
All right,
So up to where I'm at's been checked, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will go back over here and disarm this trap while they're all hidden around the corner.
Okay.
And then it turns out to be a fireball, and we all die.
Well, you might not take as much damage.
All right, what are you thinking in terms of trying to disarm?
I am
this?
looking in the holes first. I am looking. Well, I can I look like they could be pried apart a bit more?
You could
Obsidian's
try
hard, but it's brittle.
It's not obsidian.
Isn't
That
it?
was just the tower.
Yeah, that was just that outcrop of rock.
Oh.
Of all places.
This is basalt.
Oh. No, I ain't getting friendly.
Make
You
it
could
wedge something
try
underneath the
jamming
plate.
it. You could just try putting rocks in front of the holes.
Keep
Yeah,
in mind that like setting off a trap in a controlled manner can also count as disarming it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Can I search around to this corner around there?
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I'm going to be really careful about it. I'm just telling the party I'm going to set off the trap and I'm going to run around the corner into that room.
Don't go in there if the smoky stuff's still there.
It is
Oh,
still
no.
there, actually.
Oh. If I were to guess, how long do you reckon, if I could, well, an
It's
estimate, how long?
dissipated a bit more.
We took like an hour?
You don't know. I mean, you don't really have a good idea of how long, but it's dissipated a little bit more.
Considering the holes are only on this side, ending right here or here. would
Can I
probably-
see? Can I see what's in those holes? Are there any?
No, you
like...
already asked me about.
No.
seeing-
What I mean is, can I guess or extrapolate what would come out of there?
No. I mean, you can guess. That's up to you.
How big are the holes then?
Coin size?
You do have arrows on you. If you
Small
want to
coin
compare
size?
I could shout upstairs to throw me down some stuff so I can fill the holes up.
Does it still smell burnt here?
It
So
hasn't, that hasn't changed. Well, actually, you can't smell that now because the noxious gas is covering up whatever other smells that there were.
Lafdul, can you still smell burnt down here?
It's even worse for him because he's closer to the noxious gas.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I can't. I'm gonna plug these holes up and set the trap off. I'm gonna get the crewmen to throw down twigs and stones and some mud, I guess.
Give me an intelligence check.
Fine. That's a fail. 13. No, I'm gonna do it anyway.
All right. Okay. And when you set it off, where exactly are you gonna do
I
this?
am going to go in that room.
Okay.
I'm gonna go right around that corner. Try and go as close as I can to that wall.
Okay.
You don't.
Leaning up against it.
You could just stand here. I'm pretty sure because
Oh.
trap's only on this part.
Yeah, well.
I was kind of hoping he would take a look at that, but too late. All right. Go ahead and give me a saving throw versus poison.
I think it's the 9 that I've got. Let me just check. I think it's a 9. Poison's 9 plus 1, 10.
Okay. You
Oh, 8.
you.
Why are they plus? It should be minus.
It's plus because it's a bonus. It's either a bonus to the roll or a bonus in that it reduces the number. That's why it's a plus because it's a bonus.
So what?
You made it. That's fine. Okay, so go ahead and move your token. You set off the trap by just like leaning as far back and stamping your foot down on the plate, and then booking it into the room, covering up your mouth and nose and eyes as you do so. You hear the clattering of metal and wood on the stone floor. Yeldan, you can see a few very narrow spears or javelins, some sort of long, piercing weapon, clatter to the floor, like right around here kind of thing.
Whew.
Braxon, look, goodies.
There were about 6 of them.
Hang on, there might...
They'll all break if Braxon picks them up.
Knowing that that's how that triggers, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to stand here this time.
All right, nothing happens this time.
I give it a good attempt.
Yeah, you stop.
Try it a few times.
You stop
Alright,
on the thing again, and nothing comes out.
All right, look safe. Cough, cough. Slightly.
All right, well, I think that's a good time to take our break.
Yeah.
And let me actually see, before I do that...
I think magical spears.
Oh,
yeah,
oh.
right. There's something else I can reveal up down here, since you guys can see this. You can now see that there is a door at the end of the hallway. And when we come back, you guys can decide what you want to do.
Mm.
So we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. See you then.